Hello reformers and welcome back to Gekokujo 3.1. Now, when we left off, we had just driven off one of the Date clan vassals, most namely Lord Endo, and I thought what I'd do is I'd just show you what's currently going on with our weekly budget. It actually just popped up now, and I don't know whether you saw on the screen at the very beginning of the video, but we just gained 19,000. Yes, we gained 19,000. I do lose 11,000 due to tax inefficiency. Obviously, that is mainly due to the fact that I have so many fiefs under my own name, and maybe I'm gonna do something about that because I think I have a bit too many, perhaps. As you can see, I have 2 towns, which is actually pretty decent. I think that's okay. But then I have about, what, 6 castles, and I think 6 castles might be a bit overkill, so maybe I'll downgrade to having 4. I think the sort of ratio should be, you know, 2 towns to 4 castles, something like that. So if I had another 2 towns, you know, and then another 2 castles, that would be, I think, pretty decent, but obviously tax inefficiency is not very good. Anyway, so there you go, that's what's currently going on there, but we also have this. This is also currently going on, where we have a huge amount of Date clan vassals outside Yamagata Castle, and we seem to be preparing ourselves for a siege defense, which is perfectly fine. I actually don't mind this, although the enemy does have 535. Maybe I should have just allowed them to take this. See, now that's the thing. That's usually the decision that I have to make most of the time. I'm always like, should I allow them to take this, or should I defend? And that's always the problem I have. That is literally always the problem I have. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. What I am going to do, though, is shoot out here. Oh my, look at the damage. And look at how much we're able to inflict right here. I'm actually going to try and kill that guy if I can. Ah, I missed him. I missed him. That's unfortunate. There was a guy with very, very good armor, so I can assume it was someone very powerful and, you know, didn't really want him to survive. But, well, what can you do? That's just how it has to be, unfortunately. Okay, so can I eliminate those guys over there? That would be nice. It seems like we're actually losing a bunch of our units already. That is not good. If we're already losing our units, and they've literally just come in with their first wave, this is a big problem. This is a very, very big problem for us to lose this many units this quickly, but, well, I mean, what else can I do? There's not much more I can do apart from literally just shoot outside and then just see what's happening. Oh my, oh, okay, okay, yeah, there's a lot of lords here. There are a lot of lords here, so that is indeed a big, big problem. Maybe we're not even going to defend this. Maybe not. I think we're actually going to lose like a bunch of units there. Okay, so I have to join the battle again. But hopefully this time we might, you know, defend ourselves a little bit better. Because we have eliminated most of their good units, maybe. I find it quite annoying that the gate is open automatically. I think the gate should be closed right now. But at least we've eliminated Great Lord Date, Lord Endo, and a couple of others. So I think that's pretty decent. Lord Hasoya has just died as well, so that's nice. Die, please. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's a little bit better this time, I think. And also, I'm now here, so I'm obviously not trying to shoot the various ranged units that are outside. And maybe I'm going to make a bit more of a difference. But if I don't, then, well, I can't really retreat, can I? I can't really retreat, because if I retreat, that's going to mean that I will be unable to join the battle again, as far as I'm aware, because we are just so low in HP. So, let's just see if I'm... Really? Aw, that... yeah. Yep. That is a real shame. Okay, so what I should have done was just allow Yamagata Castle to go. I should have just allowed them to take it, because by the time they take it, I probably would have been in a siege and taken one of theirs. And I probably would have taken something pretty important, maybe a town or something like that. Or at the very least, I would have, you know, at least weakened the garrison there. So my decision-making skills, at least in this episode, have been a little bit lacking so far. And yeah, at least I can see that. At least I can see that, because the worst kind of thing with a well, I'm gonna say strategist here. I'm not a strategist by any means, but I'm talking about Bruce here. And the best thing for him to do is to realize when he has made a mistake, and to learn from that mistake, and as long as he learns from it, that's all that matters. But obviously we are losing a huge amount of our units here. I did actually go to Katsuyama Castle and gain a, well, that's the thing, I say gain a bit of a reinforcement, but that's the thing, the reinforcements that I gained, they were mostly villagers, and I was hoping to level them up, and I think they have actually leveled up by now, but obviously it really, yeah, it's kind of a bit, I don't think this is gonna work actually. I don't think it's gonna work, so I think I'm just going to retreat once again, and, well, that's the thing, 388, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Can I... What? He literally wants that and all associated villages as well as 22,000? No. I don't want to do that. Oh my. Alright, so I left the castle all to themselves. They can take it if they so desire. I paid the 22,000 and just left because I personally feel like my army is much more important than a castle that I can take back very, very easily just by basically threatening them, and then they can just be like, oh, yeah, please, yes, take it back, by all means. It's a whole big mess, an absolute whole big mess. Anyway, let's go and charge in against these guys. Now, obviously, the main problem I'm foreseeing right here is these are some of the vassals that were actually at the castle. So, yeah, that was not particularly good, was it? No, it wasn't particularly good. So, yeah. Anyway, we are now being attacked by them, and they're trying to stop me from taking Yonezawa, because I headed to Yonezawa immediately and tried to obviously besiege that, because maybe we could get like a bit of a surprise attack against them, but obviously they saw that coming. And also, the main problem with this is the fact that they actually were chasing one of my recruiters, and the recruiter was the main reason why they were even over here, because pretty sure they would not have bothered otherwise. Pretty sure they wouldn't have bothered, so yeah, it's a bit of a problem, isn't it? That is a bit of a problem, but it seems like we're actually a lot better in terms of siege offense and field battles than we ever are doing siege defense. What is the problem with that? Do I need to have some... I think I probably need to have more archers or something along those lines. I'm actually taking damage here very annoyingly. I'm actually getting a bit annoyed by all of these spearmen, I've got to say. I mean, look at that spearman. He has such a long reach. It's very annoying. Anyway, we're going to just get out our bow and just deal some damage to him that way, I suppose. And, you know, just annoy him ourselves. Yes, annoy, get annoyed. Yes, there we go. Maybe I can just shoot him. There we go. Can I actually shoot him? Come on, Bruce. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah. So there are obviously those moments in every game where you just get a little bit frustrated by something that is happening. Getting hit for 28 damage twice, that is, you know, obviously going to rank among them as some of the worst, because it's just very annoying to have these kinds of people attacking you consistently, but, well, never mind. Okay, yeah, take him down, thank you very much. And it seems like we're actually doing pretty reasonably so far, so shouldn't really worry too much. But obviously, as I say, we do have a number of villagers. They have leveled up, by the way, so they are now skirmishers. But there's only 50 of them. Well, only, I say, but there are 50 of them, but they are only skirmishers. So obviously they're going to be, you know, pretty bad as it is. But they are Asakura villagers. I wasn't aware of that at the time, but they are Asakura villagers, so hopefully we'll be able to make them into some pretty deadly archers, even though they're not going to be utterly amazing. They are going to obviously do the job and be able to hopefully destroy our enemies as well as any other, apart from obviously the fact that the samurai units are obviously going to be much better, but... Oh no, don't destroy my horse, please! Thank you very much. Okay. Phew, that was close. That was very, very close. Okay, so how many have we lost? Okay, so we lost quite a few. They've already lost a pretty decent amount. Unfortunately, it appears as though most of our cavalry have run into their reinforcements. So obviously that is going to make a big difference here. Come on, take him out. There we go, take him out. Thank you. Okay. Those of you that are not attacking... Oh, no. I lost my horse and I'm dead. Ah, I knew it as soon as I got stopped. As soon as I got stopped right there, it was death. It was absolute death. Okay, well, I am probably going to cut away here, so my units will just mop up the rest of the enemy's units. They don't seem to be too high level, so it should be relatively easily done, and then we'll obviously go from there. Alright, well there you have it. We have won. I don't know what happened really. I was just kind of sitting here just watching our gunners shoot away and everything seemed to die, so that was pretty nice. Anyway, as you can see here, we have lost quite a few reasonably good units, but we eliminated 145. We now have the opportunity to take out the last 83, so I suppose we'll do that. I don't really like fighting in the nighttime, as you all know. I think I've mentioned it multiple times in various series, so if you're new here, then yes, I don't like fighting in the nighttime. But yes, for those of you that are here, you already know that. We're not Batman, so obviously we're not going to be able to scare our opponents into making mistakes. They're just going to have to make their own mistakes as and when they see fit. But it seems like they have a bunch of banner carriers here, so I suppose that's a bit of a worry. But otherwise, I think we think we'll be fine. We can just charge in. We have a pretty decent amount of cavalry. Oh yeah, by the way, I have changed my looting options. Yeah, so I've... Really? Okay. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to continue saying what I was saying, and then I'm going to address what just happened there. Alright? So, yeah, anyway. Changed my looting options, and that means I've changed all of my new companions, you know, the ones that are basically blank slates. I've changed all of them to basically pick up two-handed, one-handed, bows, and arrows. So that is their sort of template now. So they're going to be picking up one-handed weapons on top of two-handed weapons. So that's good, because at the moment we don't seem to be getting too many two-handed weapons, and if they do, obviously then they can equip them, but for the most part they're going to be equipping one-handed weapons from now on, which is actually good because they will finally have a weapon to use, and hopefully they'll be able to obviously also have, you know, a bow and arrow. But other than that, I've changed Francisco, I've taken his horse away from him, and I've given him some bullets, because believe it or not, he didn't have any bullets. Yeah, can you believe that? Yeah, I think you probably can, because literally nothing has dropped any bullets for us, or at the very least he did not want to pick them up. And so, yeah, I gave him some bullets. Only bent bullets were available, so I gave him bent bullets. Yeah, he's probably going to not be very happy with that. But anyway, point is, everyone is now much better in terms of their equipment and their loadouts and things like that. Or at the very least they will be once we acquire some loot. Anyway, I'm now going to address what happened when I got hit by one of these banner carriers there. I was charging towards one of the banner carriers because they had, you know, they had their banner completely vertical and upright, and I could see it perfectly fine. But I didn't see the other one because he was using the banner in such a way so that the only thing that was visible was the slight wood that the banner is attached to, and I couldn't see anything else of it. So if you go back and actually watch the video, you'll see that that's actually the case, because I was thinking that there wasn't anything there, because it is quite dark, you can't really see very well, and wood in general tends to meld into the ground here, because it's quite a muddy ground. So yeah, that's my excuse for that. I don't know whether you're going to accept that or not, but it doesn't really matter, because that's what happened. I couldn't see it. So there's what that is anyway. Great, isn't it? Oh well, never mind. At least we do get to take one of them prisoner, so I suppose that's good. But and we can also take all of these prisoner too, so we can sell those to gain back some of our cash. Anyway, I'm now going to finish the siege of Yonezawa, perhaps, and we're going to see if we gain any good weapons and armor here. It seems like, do they? No, look at that. They don't drop ammo. They literally do not drop ammo, so that's a bit sad. Okay, so it seems like some of the armor has been taken, so that's nice. Otherwise, I'm just going to take some of these to sell, and there you go. Alright, so it seems like they do not want us to continue this siege, and Great Lord Date, or whatever his name is, I didn't even take note of what his name was, but the Great Lord of this faction has decided to attack us, and I'm not really happy about that, because he has 230 and we have 170, so we are outnumbered rather considerably. I am extremely low in HP, so we almost were barely able to even participate in this fight, which I'm very, very disappointed by, to be honest. But anyway, we're going to just let everyone just charge in here, with the exception of the archers, who is just going to stand a little bit back. And then we're just going to fire our bow into the enemy. I'm actually going to get shot here, aren't I? I am going to get shot, so I'm going to just try and walk around a little bit and not get stopped by some of the shrubs. That would not be nice. So let's just zoom out a little bit there. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to try and not get hit by the spearmen. But as you can see, I seem to be actually doing a little bit of damage here. Not bad. Can I get some headshots? I would like some headshots, please. I'm actually kind of surprised that our arrows are not hitting more often, because as you can see, they seem to... I mean, look at that. I'm actually firing into the group there, and it seems a little bit weird that they're not really hitting that much, but oh well, never mind. There's a nice headshot, yes! Okay, come on, Bruce, you can do much better than that. Okay, so it seems like I only have archers? What's actually going on with that? Okay, that's a little bit weird. I'm just going to tell our archers just to charge in then, so that we can actually get some bodies into the fray here. There we go. Yes, yes, there we go. Okay, oh, nice headshot. There we go, wonderful. Alright, so did okay there. Did okay with our bow. We were able to deal some pretty significant damage to the majority of their units. And obviously our gunners and various other ranged units will be able to then, you know, take advantage of that. I cannot believe that this guy's polearm actually did so much damage to me. Well, not so much damage, but actually hit me to begin with. Because, did you see that? It did 5 damage to me. Almost killed me, obviously. But he hit me from behind, basically. So I came from behind him, and he was like, okay, I'm just going to swing away, you know, wildly. And it appears that he was able to deal some damage to us, which was just hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Anyway, we're fine. For now. Yes, we're fine for now. Yeah, I was really hoping to kill him. Oh, well, never mind. It seems like we might even have a defeat at our hands. I was going to say at our hands, but no, on our hands. Yeah. It seems like this entire episode has literally just been about getting either overrun in a siege defense, or getting attacked at night, or having Bruce literally just get wrecked by banner carriers all the time. So yeah, it seems like maybe today is not a Gekokujo day, and these kinds of setbacks we always tend to have sometimes. Obviously I can't really foresee what the enemy is going to do. I mean, you know, obviously you can kind of predict where they're going to go sometimes, you know, for example, Yamagata Castle, and, you know, you can kind of predict that they're going to come down to Yonezawa to defend, but in general, yeah, this kind of thing does happen. And I think that adds, even though it may seem like a bit of a failure to some of you, I think it adds a little bit of extra flavor to the series, because if I was just steamrolling everything very, very easily, which is what we've actually been doing for the past couple of episodes, because we were actually, you know, having a pretty decent army. But if we were just steamrolling everything all the time, then it would get kind of boring. And I think it's kind of nice to have a setback every now and again. I really don't like the setbacks, you know, don't get me wrong, I absolutely hate setbacks, but I think it does add a little bit more to the series, because we're struggling, you know, it's a struggle against the Date clan, and we have to, you know, embolden ourselves and get even stronger, get an army that is even more capable of dealing with what the Date have to dish out. And I think that that is really quite a testament to Bruce's perseverance and his character. You know, it builds upon his character as the previous shogun of Japan, and I think that makes a difference. Anyway, that's my kind of explanation of it, and I'm actually wondering, are the enemies going to receive more reinforcements here? I'm not entirely sure. If I retreat now, I will be unable to participate in the next battle, so I guess I'm just going to cut away, and I'll see you once we've either lost or won. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. Alright, so as you can see, we are now here outside Yonezawa. I have retreated because I only had gunners remaining, and they had a huge amount of quite high-level retainer units, and that's obviously a big deal. But as you can see, we actually do have a pretty decent army. I just need to go away and restore ourselves, you know, get a couple more level ups with some of our units here, and then we'll be able to, you know, take it to the Date clan. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.